I'm moving towards the Supercharger at the moment. We'll make a review at the Supercharger station. While the car will be charging, I'll make a review of my impression of the car, of its interior, and so on. We're close to the Supercharger. These stations are located near this bookstore, near a few malls. It's comfortable because you can get coffee and relax. That's how modest these stations look. We're gonna park now. Like this. This button helps to get better orientation with parking sensors. Look how nice and interesting parking sensors are in Tesla. And now I'll try to present a review of the car while the car is charging. That's how nice it works here, on the Supercharger. I take the charging cable, bring it closer, and this stuff should open itself. This headlight reflector. Here it is. We knocked and it opened. It shows us that the charging has started. In theory, it will get to 80% of charge in 30-40 minutes if we don't have any neighbors here. You see how the spoiler closes. It's important to say that spoiler closes without any noise. It opens when we drive and closes when we stop. So the dashboard shows that the car will be charged in 1 hour. Supercharger gives us approximately 2 hours 9 miles per hour. I think it's faster in reality. We'll see in 5 minutes, maybe it'll be quicker. The Supercharger will be charging quicker. Why do we charge it up to 80%? Because Tesla recommends it. It's not very good for the battery if you charge it up to 100%. That's why it charges the last 20% very slowly. Tesla recommends charging it up to 100% only if you're planning a long trip. For the city driving, 80% are enough. Now we see charging gives us 248 miles per hour. It has become faster. In the left corner we see how many miles of range we already have. 74 miles now. Well, let's go on. Based on your questions in our social nets, we can say that it's very interesting for everyone how the doors open and how they work. Let's look. I've got the key. To open the doors, we need to press the button on the key. So, we start. The first door is opened. Look how comfortable it is to get inside on the second seat's row. It's crazy cool. You put your legs inside, get up. I'll try to do it now. Here I am. It's so high here. So I'm sitting now. Press the button, and this miracle door closes. It's kinda scary at first. Now it feels like you're inside of the tank. 2 seats at the rear are folded. That's why we can see the trunk. It's important to say that the rear seats are really comfortable with good lateral support. I want to say about this decoration that it looks a bit spacish. It's nice, it's futuristic. I'm pleasantly impressed with the Model X. What also makes me crazy happy is this huge glass. In the city, you can look up at skyscrapers, or if you're too close to the traffic light, you can easily see its signal and roof doesn't interfere. I really fell in love with this roof. Let's see what will happen if we press the button to open the doors when the window is opened. It's opening. Okay. You see, the window is opened, but the door opens anyway. You can stick your head out the window. Now, my friends, how are we gonna get to the third seats row? We press this button, and look, the front seat and the rear seat are moving. I'll show it more detailed later. Okay, what's next? There's a button here too. Here. We recline the seat. Okay. I'll try to get inside now. Very well. I move to the front seat closer. Okay. Well, there's enough space here. I am 169 centimeters tall, and I've got like 4 centimeters from my head to the roof. That's interesting. Now the second seat. I pressed the button on the third row, and the second row has moved forward to let me recline the second seat. Huh. I can say there's enough space. I'm gonna move to the second seat. Colleagues, it really feels like you're in the spaceship. The design of the roof is so futuristic. I don't know. But it's interesting, it's nice. The space is enough for me, and it's enough for 2 people of medium height, not only kids, I can say for sure. I really can say that this is 7 seats car. And what can the third row passenger see? He's got this little window like in the tank. Also, he's got the second row window. He can see pretty much through it. There is the third window, you can look at the stars through it. Plus, this is the huge advantage of this windshield. Now the puzzle is completed. That's why such windshield is needed, so that people on the second and the third row feel fine and have a nice view. In the standard car, the window would end on the level of the mirror, and it would feel unpleasantly like we're in some kind of capsule. And because of such windshield, people on the third row feel great. Now I left the third seat row. Let me show you one more time how it looks. There are comfortable glass holders. There are 2 seats. It's interesting that there is a lot of light, lots of windows in this car. Okay. Now we close it. Look how seats will be moving. The first row and the second row. You see? Here it is. The middle seat also moved. Let's go on. About an adjustment, it's really comfortable. You can move the second row front or back or recline it. We can talk about the true comfort here. There's no such nice thing in Tesla Model S as these comfortable glass holders. Here. They are truly comfortable. There are also 2 USB ports for back passengers. That's how the car with opened rear doors look. I wonder how comfortable it is to use such windows in winter. Now, my friends, look at the completely opened car. All the doors are opened, and also the back door, the 5th door. The front door are open too. I'm receding and one door has closed. Now we're gonna close the trunk, close the rear doors, here it is. Let's look at the front truck. It's twice as big as in Tesla Model S. You can put sports pack inside and more than one. A suitcase probably will not fit in, the height is too low. Look at the rear trunk. There's a pretty deep niche here. It's not too big, but let's look at how it closes. Here. It's pretty high. We open it like that. And close it like this. The seats can be reclined. Oh, hello. Like a mirror. The seats can be reclined with the button. Where is it? Here it is. We push the button and drop the seats. It's automatically mechanical, I would say. Here. Now we've got bigger volume. You see? Here and here, you already can put something big. The logo is made very nicely, but it can be a problem, I'm sure. Vendors will be breaking it off all the time. Look, my friends, we're driving Tesla Model X in the snowy weather. I wanna show you the autopilot. It shows that it's ready. Wait a second. Yeah. I wonder how it will drive without the road markings. I'm a bit afraid of it. It turns to the snowy part a little, but no, it turns back. It turns back to the asphalt road. I don't hold the steering wheel. Here. Now it drives with more confidence. You see, it drives itself without the road markings, but asks you to keep your hands on the steering wheel just in case. Anyway, it keeps a little wrong path. I can feel it, the car is shaking. Why is it choosing this path? It's more on the right. Oh, it sees some line, I guess. Here, oh, it stopped itself, you see? It sees that everybody stops and it stops itself. Here, guys, I'm really afraid. It keeps the road, it's okay, but I'm afraid. I'm sorry, the roadside is very close and it's a beta version, so I decided to control the steering wheel with my own hands. I can accelerate a little then. It's interesting, I didn't expect that it would be snowing like that. Everything is okay, I can say, for those who were worried that because of such doors rain would leak inside. No, everything is excellent. Enjoy the view in the panoramic window. I understand now why it moves half in the snow and half in the asphalt all the time. It sees a line on the right, but on the left there's only snow. It wants to keep distance like 30 centimeters from the line, and so it moves more on the left. But there is no line on the left, it's under the snow. That's why half of the car moves in the snow and half of the car moves in the asphalt. That's really bad situation for autopilot. I should say that it must be improved. We will send our recommendations and our comments to Tesla Motors. It's nice, what can I say? It's a four-wheel drive, so the car holds the road very well. It starts in a very confident manner. My friends, I continue the video. The sound isn't very good, everything is noisy, but I can explain that the camera is put here and there is no separate microphone. So I will have to force your ears, I'm sorry. I'm also sorry for the picture quality and for my look. I was just jumping from the plane to the plane just to upload these videos as quickly as possible. We're not prepared for making video because we were too busy. We had to meet this Model X, fill in all the papers and send the car to the port. So don't judge too severely, don't blame us. I'm gonna take this opportunity to thank our team, which promotes our videos and promotes our channel. Guys, you're cool. You're cool also because you do everything so quickly. I hope that you'll take this video and improve it, make it better so that I wouldn't be ashamed before our viewers. You're really fine fellows. You promote these videos, you make electric cars popular. And I'm really proud that we've got such a strong team. Now I'm gonna tell a little about Tesla Model X. This car really made me glad. I fell in love with it. It's truly a cool car. There are so many improvements in comparison with Tesla Model S. There are pockets on the door, there's seats ventilation here, the seats are more comfortable and more beautiful. The access to the second seats row is very easy due to the doors which open up. There is enough space on the third seats row here. I can say that I'm satisfied with everything. I was crazy happy with this windshield, this huge panoramic window. You really can look up at the beautiful buildings, at the sky, at the stars. If you're too close to the traffic light, you usually can't see what signal it shows. It happens very often. And now you can just look up and everything will be clear. I'm also in love with the autopilot because it's really comfortable and it works really great. What else? Finally, they created the doors, which open themselves. I mean, not the rear ones, but the front ones, for the driver and front passenger. You come closer, the door opens. You sit in, they don't worry about anything. You push the brakes, the door closes. Isn't it cool? I think it's great. I guess the new era of comfort starts with these doors. The era where cars will analyze, sensors will learn and give us advices, open the doors and close the doors. It's nice, and I think all automakers will use this idea. Model X has the spirit of Tesla Motors, the spirit of Elon Musk. It's very cool and not like any other car. Some solutions here are controversial, but Tesla can afford to do what they want to do and not to pay attention if it's a common practice or not. That's why we love the company and its products, for the fact that they are not afraid of experimenting. Autopilot works cool, even if you keep hands on the steering wheel while the autopilot is on. Anyway, it's more comfortable than keeping the right paths all the time and trying to keep moving the middle of the line. The car keeps you quiet symmetrically in your line. That's why it's for sure a very useful thing for a driver, because when we drive like that, we're having rest while driving. I would like to say a couple of words about Tesla Motors. And I want to say them to those guys who always complain that the car is crazy expensive. Tesla is the only automaker company among those I know. Oh, you see, there was a pretty rough braking. Even the camera has fallen. The autopilot pushes the brakes itself. The car in front of us dropped the speed, so Tesla dropped the speed too. The autopilot works well. I want to explain my point of view. Unlike all the other companies we know that don't create anything dramatically new but also don't cut their prices anyway, Tesla has cut its prices. I will tell you very easily how that happened. I remember 2014, when Tesla was manufacturing rear-wheel drive cars with the power of 420 horsepower. It didn't have autopilot, but the top version of the car in the USA had a price like $1,400,000. In several months, it was in October, Tesla released Model D. It had four-wheel drive, autopilot, improved interior, but the price was still $1,400,000. Because of this, the price of the previous model has dropped by $20,000. Just like this. Tesla didn't need any auto show to make a presentation. It has never said something like, look how dramatically we cut the price. They never said so. They've only said, this is D version, it's like this. This is a previous model, S85, and here is the new one, P85D. You can buy whatever you choose to buy. The same thing will happen to the Model X. We say now that the top version of the car costs like 16 million rubles, or $200,000. Very soon, in a few months, the junior models will appear and they will cost like 10 million rubles. And it still will be a car that accelerates in 5+ seconds. It still will be some kind of 7-seat bus that can accelerate so quickly. And you will still have the same functions: the autopilot and air suspension, this insane roof. But Tesla makes their cars cheaper using current resources they've got at the moment. But very soon, in 2016, one incredibly cool resource will start working. This will be battery manufacturing factory. Tesla expects that it will drop the battery price by 30%. So the car itself will become cheaper. So in 2017, in the end of 2017, Tesla is gonna release a new car with a price starting from $35,000. Here in Russia, its price will start roughly from 2.5 million rubles, if the exchange rate will stay stable. What does it mean? It means that if the battery price reduces, then in approximately 1.5 years, this Model X lowest price will be much less. So, many automakers will join in 2017, 2018, and new cheaper EV models will appear. That's very cool. I think it's great. If electric cars have range of 250-300 kilometers and cost like $50,000-$60,000, it will be a breakthrough. Tesla is a company that is interested in progress, so they're building their factory. Just notice, they produce cars, they're building gigafactory, and invest like $4 billion in it. At the same time, they've presented power walls for public, batteries for households which can give you energy when the power lines are off or in other cases. Tesla improves Model X and Model 3 at the same time. I guess Model 3 is a testing version for economy class, and it will be presented not only in sedan version. I think there is gonna be an SUV and even, based on some rumors, a pickup truck. So I believe in Tesla. I believe in Tesla Motors. I believe those guys will continue their revolutionary fight, their huge jumps instead of the steady walking of other automakers. I hope they will keep surprising us. This car, this Model X, has a spirit of Tesla Motors. A few controversial decisions, strange way of doors opening. I love it. I love how they declare to the whole world, That's enough, guys. Stop using the same technologies all the time. They are archaic. It's time to transfer. And if you don't join now, you'll be thrown away. I think that's the message from Elon Musk to other automakers. I guess when the battery factory starts working, they will be selling these batteries also to other automakers, which will agree to cooperate, so... That's all I wanted to tell about Model X. Now I need to hurry up for a flight. Lots of businesses to do for me and for guys. They need to edit this video and upload it to the channel. But my friends, stay with us. Your opinion is very important for us, and your support is very important for us, because promoting electric cars in Russia is crazy difficult. Mass media don't want to help us too much. You need to pay lots of money for commercials and PR. But we need to cooperate and help each other to promote these technologies. I mean all the smart and intelligent people, people who understand that Russia needs to get off the oil needle. And you can help us by posting links to our videos everywhere. That's how you can contribute as much as we do in bigger number of ecological cars on our roads, so that we could get off the oil needle as soon as possible. So, goodbye. See you. I hope we will test this Model X in Moscow. This car will get there by the end of April. Stay with us and goodbye.